Hey, welcome to G Vibes. It's your girl G9 in the building. For some reason, I like when I get claps. Okay, so I do want to say thank you for tuning in every Monday 6 to 7 p.m. on acceleratedradio.net. And I want to say something before my guests come. Okay, so guys, I've been talking to myself 100. I think I talk to myself more than anybody, and I overthink when I really want something. I really want to get something done. Y'all don't know, I be passionate about getting stuff done. So this September coming up, I'm gonna have my 100th episode. I'm gonna be off for 2 weeks of August, I believe I'm doing, and then I will come with my 100th episode live. We're getting it together. We're gonna find out where we're gonna do this 100th episode live. I really want everyone that has been a past guest, a future guest, to all come to this event. I mean, shoot, ain't LA opening? So since LA is opening, I feel like it is my time to do my 100 episode live. What I mean my 100 episode live, y'all will see, well, of course, balloons and stuff and whatever. We're going to have it all filmed and everything. But I'm really looking for a space where we can have an episode where we have a topic in men versus women. I can bring people that has been past guests that's been influential.
Influencers.
Yeah, influencers. I want to talk to everybody. The event will be free. There will be people that all past guests are invited. Basically, all past guests are invited. You will come and you'll eat for free. You'll be on the live show for free, and it will be filmed by my guy Iggy. And I just can't wait for this 100 episode to happen, because I'm just want to tell y'all this. I've on my 87th episode, y'all. I started September 16, 2019. And when I say I was so scared that first day, I had to call my friends and tell my friends, y'all gotta come. Y'all gotta come. What up, homie? What up to everybody in the live? I was so scared on my first episode, September 16, 2019. But now we in 2021, and we're gonna be on my 100th episode. And I felt like it's only right to have and to share with my people that represent, that show me love, that have came to the show, that has past entrepreneurs, past models, singers, rappers, whoever. If you are and have been a part of my show, and even my audience, if you would like to be a part of the 100th episode, please DM me with your email address, because I will be sending evites out at the end of July, early August. And I just really want y'all to be a part of it. When I say DJ, live music, stage, everything. And it's a brunch in. So we'll be brunch in food. And as well as you know what? It's so funny that people, when you hear brunch, you like think you got to just dress up crazy. But no, we're going to all get cute, get in your jeans, get your cute blouse on. Men, you wear what you going to wear with your tennis shoes. And we just going to have a good time. I'm going to call it a brunching, but it's going to be like a day party / brunching. But we're going to do our episode live, 100 episode. And I'm going to give everyone a topic, and we're going to discuss it. And it's just going to be amazing. When it all come together, you know how you be thinking of an idea and it just all come together. That's how I feel like my idea is going to all come together. And I can't wait to see you guys there. If you want to be a part of it, make sure you hit me up in my DM. Make sure it is free. So make sure you hit me up in my DM and we talk about it. All right, y'all. So now we're going to head out to another part of this episode, because my girl, she's on her way, she'll be here in a few minutes. I want to talk about what I seen on social media, and my engineer is going to talk with me a little bit about it. We seen that Soulja Boy and Bow Wow is going to be in the building on Versus coming in June, but I want to talk about it now because I really feel like it's a lot of hateration on Bow Wow. And Bow Wow is literally like 2 years younger than me, but my sister is like 31 and she was in love with Bow Wow, and I just felt like I was too old to like Bow Wow.
Okay.
and he was 2 years younger than me. I don't know. And I've dated younger guys before. But what I'm saying is, I just felt like Bow Wow was little Bow Wow to me, and I could not get into Bow Wow. I liked his music or whatever, but I wasn't like Bow Wow. I wasn't going to concerts and nothing like that at all. If anything, I was like a Jagged Edge, 112. Those I like the Trey Songz, those type grown men. I didn't even like Chris Brown. Growing up, I'm just saying, like, you know how you fantasize over different celebrities. I always felt like they were too young for me to fantasize over, so I liked older men.
Okay, so like you definitely didn't fantasize over the Aaron Carters.
No.
Okay, Justin Timberlake.
I fantasized over Tupac, Nas, those people. Am I too young? Was I too young to be fantasizing over grown men? And I was like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I always liked older guys. I never was the, you know.
Oh, so you just like yourself a DILF.
What is a DILF? It's like a MILF but DILF? Like,
yes.
I like older guys and younger guys. I mean, my friends can tell you, like, when I like somebody, I like somebody. It don't really matter the age. Oh, yeah, it do matter the age. I don't know if I could date somebody in their 20s and I'm in my 30s. Is that bad to say?
I mean, that's a 10-year gap, but that also depends on
the male.
On the male, like his character and just how mature he actually is.
You know what? Shout out to C Los Angeles. They're in my live right now. I have some girls coming next month to talk to me about hosting. I always wanted to bring people that are in the same field as me on my show. And I had a few people. I had guys, but I never had females. And they will be on the show. Shout out to C Los Angeles. They'll be on the show next week. Not next week. Sorry. Next month. So anyway, I never felt like I could date, like actually be with a younger guy. But I have liked a younger guy. Actually, I have dated a younger guy. I'm lying. I dated a younger guy before, but I don't really call that dating. It was.
I mean,
I was dealing with him for like 3 years, so yeah.
That's dating. Like, if y'all going to location,
like girlfriend and boyfriend stuff.
Yeah, but if y'all going to locations, if you're going to the movies.
Oh yeah, I was in a relationship.
Out to eat. If you're doing like double dates. And all that, yeah, that's.
What is too young to date? Like as a 35-year-old woman, I'm 35. I ain't gonna say no kids, but no kids. I do want kids though. I am 35 and stuff like that. And I was thinking to myself, like, what is too young for me to, like, I don't know how I would date now, like. Because I feel like younger dudes have time to get up to the maturity, and you got to give them time. I don't know if I could date somebody in their 20s.
I mean, basically, your goal, I believe, would be to find somebody that's at your level of progression, and then would want to build with you, and then that way y'all can build together.
Okay.
I think that would be what you will be looking for. Someone that
meets me in halfway.
Right, and then y'all can build together and improve each other.
Well, it's crazy. It's crazy because I be looking, like, I be seeing a lot of comments, and I be trying my best not to make a comment, but I seen something on how women were fantasizing over older men, but men can't fantasize over women like that. Younger women, oh, you will get crucified.
I mean, yeah, because I'm older. Okay, now. It's a bit of a double standard because
it is a double standard. I have to give it to y'all. It is a double standard
because
if a man gets with an 18-year-old, we killing him. We like, oh, he's taking advantage of her. He's this, he's that. But if a woman gets with a 20-something-year-old and she's 35, oh, she is this and she is that. She's getting her groove back. Hey, my girl, coming in. You can come in, baby. And we're gonna go to a commercial break in a minute. 1 second.
Yeah,
you can just settle in, baby.
Of course, he's seen as a champion to his peers because just like, whoa, bro, like, I'm a cop this older lady, like, yeah,
it's like that. You know what? Can you play Foxy Brown and what is it, Blackstreet? We gonna play them. I'ma take you home tonight. Okay, we gonna play that real quick and then we gonna come back with our guests. Play the video one because I really do like the video. Hey, welcome to G Vibes. It's your girl G9 in the building, and my girl, my guest, and this is his and my engineer Reggie. No,
Rashid.
I always get it. Okay, let me tell you something. I don't even know a Reggie. Don't judge me. If I do know a Reggie, I'm sorry. I don't really know a Reggie, and I still call him Reggie. I don't know why. But put your earphones on. They lights all down right there. You see those right there?
Yes, ma'am.
And let me.
Reggie. Okay, you want to be Reggie for the rest of the night?
Ladies and gentlemen, I am now Reggie.
No, he not Reggie. He's she. Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, I can hear my. Well,
if it's too loud, you can scoot, ski, like that.
Oh, okay, awesome. Now I can hear myself.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, my girl is in the building. Can you say your name, say your Instagram, and who are you? Who is Breathe Bitch Breathe?
Breathe Bitch Breathe. So my name is on Instagram, only one real B, but my government name is Brandy Speed. Mm-hmm. That's my real name. It's no cap. SPEED. So Brandy Speed. That's who I am. And Breathe Bitch Breathe is actually a book that I've been working on for the last 12 years. It's low-key like an autobiography, but it is also a self-help book for women. Yeah. Tapping you into your inner self and connecting you with your highest self, and just really teaching you to be present and love yourself.
Love yourself. You know what? That is something that I'm working on. I've always preached that on this show about loving yourself, how important it is to love yourself. But you know how you say it? Do you really feel it when you say it? That's something different, you know?
That is something different. That is the journey. And so what I've learned spiritually, because I started teaching meditation, that's how Breathe Bitch Breathe was actually birthed. I brought a book today, the book that taught me how to actually meditate. 7 Paths, 1 Master. And it actually connects many religions together, teaching you that there's only one path. So through that book, I learned how to breathe, bitch, breathe, because I went through tumultuous relationship situations myself. And that taught me that I didn't love myself. Loving yourself is an actual journey. Sometimes, you know, you feel like you're like, yeah, I love myself today. Today I love myself. Well, do you love yourself every day? Yeah. Have you reached that point? No. And I don't think a lot of us have. And that's why it took me so long to write the book, because I kept getting to points where I thought I loved myself, and I was like, get back to the book. You're not there yet. And so, yeah, that's how Breathe Bitch Breathe came into birth.
So what would you call you? What would you call yourself? A spiritual healer? What would you call yourself?
I call myself a light worker.
Light worker.
Because I just want to spread light to the people that are in darkness. My daily goals are to at least reach one person and pull them out of their darkness. And self-love is one of those places. If you're actually doing the work, you're in the dark.
Yeah.
You do. It's something that we call in the spiritual world called shadow work. And that's just like really exploring the dark, dirty depths of your soul, the things that you hide from people.
And how do you get in tune with that?
That's a lot of work in itself too, right?
Yeah. Because I've been experiencing this feeling. You know how you wake up with a feeling that is not going away? As much as you try to get a feeling that you have, you know the feeling when you feel it. Yeah. I can't describe the feeling.
It's something you can't put into words, but it's this feeling that you feel, and you're like, this is not right.
It's not it's sitting well with me, you know what I'm saying? And everybody like, no, it's because you broken up with your guy, and that's why I said no. It's like a feeling that I'm experiencing that I've never felt in that relationship or out the relationship. When I was single, I never felt this feeling. I don't know if it's a feeling of peace or is it a feeling of unsurety. I don't know what it is. It just weighs on my shoulder really tough.
You may be going through something called your spiritual awakening, where God is kind of trying to wake you up, reaching out to you like, hey, you are in pain, but why are you in pain? Okay, you left the relationship. Yeah, it takes us time to heal from relationships, right? Like really, really breathe, bitch, breathe, because every day you have to heal. Once you break up with a guy, think about it. Sometimes it takes women a year to actually get over this guy, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like this feeling is telling you, though, something different.
Yeah, I feel that.
Explore yourself.
Yeah, I feel like it. Okay,
The spiritual awakening. So when you go through your spiritual awakening, it's like this tugging that you feel at your heart. You know, your heartstrings are being played with, and it's like, what is going on? What is going on? I feel something. I feel that things are not right. And you start being more aware of things that are going on around you, right? You start waking up like, hold on. I noticed that before, but I didn't really notice it. Because you've been on autopilot. When you get in the relationship, you're both on autopilot. Y'all just coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Nobody's sitting down and saying, hey, let's sit here and just actually breathe and like feel each other and like, you know what I mean? Like really get in tune and connect with one another.
Yeah,
you're just autopilot. So now that you've sat down and you're reflecting, because now you're alone.
Yeah.
The man is gone.
Right.
No, it's just you. So it's time for you to do the work for you.
Yeah, and I feel like I've been alone, but this is a different alone. It's fresh, first of all. So, you know, when you fresh out of a relationship, you sad, you up and down, you yada, 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 which everybody's experienced. But, and it wasn't no turmoil breakup. It wasn't no, we just didn't agree on something and we had to let each other go. It was that breakup. It wasn't, it's to me, breakup for me, when I break up, when I used to break up, it was the breakup of F you.
Yeah, it was
easier for me like that.
That angry breakup, but now you're grown now, sweetie, and it was an amicable breakup. It was like, we both feel this way, so we're just gonna separate. And I think that sometimes hurts worse than
it does.
Yeah, it does.
It makes me feel like, okay, what is my true self right now? Because I'm not the same person I was when I was in this 4 years ago when I met that man. I'm not that person no more.
You've outgrown that person.
Yeah, I'm this person now, and I think I'm tugging with the person I am now, and that bothers me.
Okay.
So when we talk about meditation, I went to a meditation session with her before. And she the one got me on the freeway. She the one got me on the freeway. Because we're going to stop with the boyfriend stuff. Because you know he listening. He ain't even getting all that much time. Love you, but you ain't getting that much time, okay?
Right.
But what I was going to say was, like, after I talked to you about meditation, and this is why I brought her to the show, I found some peace in driving. You know, it was weird.
Yeah.
I said, we didn't even get the whole session because they kicked us out the park.
They did.
But I the energy that you gave me, the counting, the
breath work.
The breath work.
We did breath work. Yeah. I remember doing breath work with you.
I was less stressed getting on the freeway. And I'm only getting a little bit here and there. And sometimes I get a little nervous. But I get back on because I feel like really what you told me was stop fearing.
Yeah. No fear. No fear. Okay. We don't do fear. If you're doing your spiritual work, you got to be fearless, because now you're going to explore your childhood traumas. You're going to explore the trauma that your relationship trauma from just being in relationships. You're going to start exploring the dark, deep parts of yourself that you just ignore every day. So that's what it is. This is where you are. You're at this place in your life where you're like, I need to explore who I truly am. Who am I?
Yeah.
Because when you're in a relationship, you lose your identity anyway. You guys morph your identities together. So now you're in the space where you're like, I feel something about myself, but I don't know what it is. It's time for you to do your shadow work. And it's going to be ugly. You're going to cry. You're going to scream.
And
you
what
might
is shadow work?
It's when you're exploring the things that you've been suppressing.
Oh.
Doing that work, exploring your childhood healing, exploring why don't you love yourself.
Right,
but that's what this is all about.
Yeah, shadow work. I never heard of that.
All about. You have to do your shadow work. You have to sit with yourself and really work on yourself.
Yeah. And how do you feel like women that's listening, or men too, because men need it too?
Oh yeah, for sure.
How do you feel like people can get to that when they're searching for it? It's something that they want to do, but they don't know where to start. What is something that you could give them advice?
I would definitely say you start with solitude. You need to start with being alone and getting comfortable and acclimated with yourself. Going to eat by yourself, going to the movies by yourself.
Have you experienced that?
Oh, I went through it all already.
Oh, okay.
I'm 13 years in, where I went through it all. When I say I tore up, like, you know, they have those rage rooms where you tear shit up. I raged room my own house. Okay, I broke the TVs with crowbars. Like, I used to be a very angry person. And a lot of people that know me, they look at me now and they're like, oh my God, you're not going to respond to that because and it's like, don't bring up the old B. Like, we're not going to talk about her. She's dead. I buried her. I've blossomed into something else, right? And that's what you want to do. You want to grow and bloom into your best, most beautiful you. So I was angry. I went through the anger, and then that made me reflect on, well, why the hell are you so angry? Why are you so quick to fight and so quick to be judgmental and so quick to be aggressive? And after I had my first child is when I said, oh, okay, it's time for you to do some work on yourself.
Did the kids change you?
The kids definitely changed me, and by each child, which I have 6 of them, each child I actually grew into something else. It was like levels. There's levels to the spiritual shit. I mean, even with breaking up in relationships, there's levels to that shit too, right? You go through the level where level 1, oh, I'm fine today, I'm good, fuck him, I'm moving on, I'm just right? And you keep telling yourself that for about a good 3 months.
Oh,
and
God,
then in 3 months, you sit down, you by yourself one day, and you just break out crying. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm not with him. Well, bitch, you knew that 3 months ago you wasn't with him. When you were masking it, when you were not actually dealing with, oh my God, we're not together. I need to sit down. I need to cry. I need to be in the dark. I need to journal. I need to eat ice cream for a whole week. You need to do that work. That's what shadow work is. Doing all the dirty work in the beginning instead of suppressing it and then doing it last.
Yeah, because I'm eating a lot of ice cream these days, but I'm still working out.
Yeah, stay on it. Stay on it.
I've never been so motivated to, like, I'm pushing myself more and more. Like today, it was a choice. Subway or Chick-fil-A. And I seen the Chick-fil-A line, and I say, now that was just a sign to go to Subway, and I shouldn't even looked at Chick-fil-A in the fucking first place.
The options. The options. And in life, we all have options, but no one ever tells you to choose you. No one ever tells you, oh, we have all these options and we have all these colors, we have all this shit. No one ever says, hey, choose you. Choose yourself today. Fill your own cup today. If you need a mental health day, take that. Like, nobody tells you that. Have you ever been told that as a child? Like, you know what, baby, I'm going to take you out of school so you can have a mental health day. Never.
No.
Just get up, take you out to school. I don't care if you're sick. I don't care if your nose is running. You go to school, right?
And you call home and say you in the nurse's office, you still got to stay at school, or you not coming home to watch TV and you ain't getting McDonald's.
You have to have a fever or some blood to go home.
Fever or blood to go home. Like, your mom is not letting you get out that class.
But nowadays, it's different. Mental health is actually a thing, right? We're starting to care about our mental health. Nobody cared about mental health back in the day.
It's so deep now, and it takes you. Deep. And what makes it so crazy is mental health to me now is so out there. People are talking about it with men now.
Yeah.
And it used to be about women.
No.
But now
it's about the men too.
Now mental health is so talked about with the men and the women, and I love it because men has just as much as trauma as women do.
Oh man, sometimes I feel like they have more. And to be honest, as women, we're a lot stronger than men. No shade to no men, but we are a lot stronger than they are. I mean, we have a portal where we birth babies. That's something that they can't
I'm scared
do, right?
To do that.
So we have to understand they're forced to be extra macho, and I have to be hard, I have to be gangster because I'm a man. And it's like, no, you hurt too, you have traumas too, you have pain too. Their pain is a lot worse than ours, right? Especially in the black community. Our men are really suffering right now.
And a lot.
And black
mentally
women, mentally for sure. Black women, we kind of get by. We know how to maneuver and get by, and there's more opportunity for us than there is them. So mental health is that's a huge thing, man, and we really need to tap in with that. That's what people don't understand when it comes to the spiritual world. I left religion 15 years ago because I wanted to connect with everyone, and I felt like religion was like that barrier keeping me from connecting with people. Yeah, it's like a divide and conquer thing. Like, oh, you're Christian, you don't have the same beliefs as me. So I brought this book.
Put this right here.
I brought this book. It's called 7 Paths, One Master, and it speaks of all the Jesus-like figures, right? There's Jesus, there's Buddha, there's Lao Tzu, there's Patanjali, there's Mohammed, there's Gurdjieff, and there's Krishnamurti. And nobody talks about these figures, right? All we know is Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. They push Jesus down our throat, but we don't know that there was others just like him, and we need to honor them all because they're really leading us. We're all on the same path. It's all the same thing. At the end of the day, when you break down all the stories and you remove all the stuff, I'm sorry, you guys. It's just this one thing. We're all seeking love.
Oh yeah, we are. And on that note, can we play "Love" by Keisha Cole?
Yes.
Not because we talking about men, but we talking about everything.
Right.
Everybody needs love. You know what? I played Love, never knew what I was missing. But I was thinking I should have played Another Love because self-love is the best love. It's not always about men. It's not always, it's about you, like you always said. It's about you.
It's about you.
The announcement I already said is the 100th episode. The announcement is already said. So before, if people just tuning in, because Miss B is here, I want to tell y'all I am having my 100th episode live, and I want you guys to all attend, past guests, future guests, whoever is coming up in between my 100th episode that's going to be aired in September. We will be filming it. I want you guys to know that I will be having a live show, and you guys, it will be free. And you guys will be all in attending. So I just need everyone that's listening to this right now to send me your email, because I will be sending out an invite, because I can't invite all 75 people or 80 people and remember all these people. I can't go down 100 episodes. So if you would like to be to the 100 episode live, please send me a DM with your email so I can send you an invite. And let's get back to Miss B right here. Now I want to know from you,
okay,
energy, meditation, how did you get into it? And let's start from there, y'all.
So it started actually when I was a child. My grandfather taught me about astrology as a small child. He bought me a telescope, and at like 9 years old, he would let me read the newspaper, the astrology. And I would be so into it. I'm like, how am I so into this? And then fast forward, I got into a relationship with my first husband. He was a nightmare. He was a Gemini. What is this, Gemini season? Oh my God.
I don't want to get on a
Geminis, I don't fuck with y'all. I love you dearly, but I don't
y'all
fuck
try
with
y'all best, but y'all got some different egos, different emotions.
No, they love to live in their ego. So I was dating this man, and it was the most toxic relationship I had ever been in. When I dropped the book Breathe Bitch Breathe, it talks about the entire first part of this relationship, and it was a nightmare, right? We were young, living in our ego, both of us. And when I say it was toxic, it was like the type of toxic where, we firing shots at each other and we're breaking shit, tearing shit up. And I remember always like just praying after something bad would happen. I would pray like, oh my God, please help me. Why am I going through this? And the more I said, I started questioning myself, like, why am I'm making this negative situation even more negative by not thinking positively about how am I going to get out of it, right?
Right.
So final straw was I ended up beating a girl with a crowbar behind this man and going to jail. It was very, very serious.
Now it's getting deep, y'all.
It got deep. And I sat in jail for 90 days. It was a nightmare. I was separated from my daughter. And when I was sitting in there was a lady, beautiful Asian lady. She was young, and she was just sitting in the corner by herself, and she looks at me and she calls me over. So I go sit down with her, and she said, just pray. And so I was kind of looking like, okay. So I sat down and I was praying with her, and she said, do you know about Buddha? And I'm like, no. And she had a very thick accent, and at this time I was living in Virginia. I wasn't even in LA. So she's like, do you know about Buddha? I said, no, I don't know anything about Buddha. She said, you need to study Buddha. He lives in you. And after that happened, once I got out of jail, I started, finding material and books about Buddha. So it went from that to the toxic situation, still went back and forth, but I always prayed about it in a positive way. Like, can you please, instead of me saying, why am I going through this? The words changed to, God, can you please help me with this? Can you please help me with this toxic situation? Can you please help me to get out of it? And eventually, I prayed my way out of it on some Tina Turner shit, on some Nam Yo Horengekyo shit. I got my way out of it. And once I got out of this relationship, then I was on my own, in solitude, just alone, trying to figure it out as a single mom, right? I'm new, young, single mom. And I was just trying to figure it out. And just the more I went to the library, because that was my resource as a mom, the library, the more I found books like this. You feel me? Like 7 Paths, One Master. What's another one? All of Napoleon Hill's books, for sure. Those were like a lot of the gems that I took that really got me into like Think and Grow Rich, and Outwitting the Devil. It taught me how to, the devil is within you. There's God, which is the light, and there's dark, and these things bring balance. And we have to understand sometimes we choose the dark side. Either you're going to choose the light or you're going to choose the dark. It's up to you. And we tend to keep choosing the dark, right? Because it's easier to choose the dark. You got to really work to get to the light. You feel me? You have to really work to be this light being, this person that's, I love everyone.
Right.
It's easy to be like, oh, fuck her, fuck him, fuck everybody, I don't care. It's easy to do that, but it's not easy to look at someone, and even if you truly feel some type of way about them, it's not easy for you to look at them and be like, you know what, I'm going to try to get to know them. You feel me? So once I kept choosing light every day, which was pushing past the bullshit, the jealousy and envy and just different feelings and emotions that we as people have, I pushed through, and once I came upon this book, 7 Paths, 1 Master, this is the actual book that, in this book, it teaches you how to meditate, how to breathe, how to control your breath, how to control your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And after I read this book, which was in 2010, I took a course to teach meditation. It was like a 2-hour course.
So you got to take a course for meditation to teach it?
Yes, because there's different breathing styles. It's like yoga. It really is. Just like the breathing style I taught you was to help you with anxiety. That's for anxiety.
Yeah, I have bad anxiety, y'all.
So there's different, it's like different styles to breathing to help you with different things.
You know what? When you started meditating, did you start feeling like, was it too much for you? Was it overwhelming? Was it just something new that you just wanted to dip right in? Or was you hesitant on it? Or it just flowed? It
just flowed. That's how I knew it was divine for me. Like, I'm doing exactly what God wanted me to do. Because it wasn't easy learning to actually meditate, right? But it was easy for me to just sit with my thoughts and just kind of like discern what was important and what was bullshit. Because when you're sitting with yourself and your thoughts, your mind start racing. But when you start slowing your thoughts down and actually thinking them through, that's totally different. That's on a whole new level of self-exploration. Listening to yourself. How many times do you actually listen to yourself? Like, you just be talking. But do you sit and really like listen to yourself? Listen to your breathing. Listen to your heart rate. Are you listening to yourself? Once you do that, then you realize how what a miraculous fucking being you are, man. You're divine. You're beautiful. You're love. You're light. You're the truth. You were made in the image and likeness of the Most High.
You know what's so funny when you said pray yourself out of stuff? I literally do. You know what? I used to. It's so works. Let me tell you something. When you say you prayed out that toxic shit, I prayed out my toxic shit. I was in that shit for back in the day. I was in my 20s. I was in a toxic relationship for like 12 years. I was 19 on all the way to my it was a mess. 12 years of, eventually it went from praying to keep this man. Then the prayers went from, please
just get him out of my life,
please let him go. God, whatever you gotta do, I don't wish death, but
please remove this motherfucker from
my life. Remove this energy from me, because I don't need it.
So prayers are affirmations.
Yes, they are.
Prayers are actually affirmations. And so once we put it in our minds, then we can put it in our hearts, and then we can put it in our guts, and you become aligned, and then you can just pray your way out of some shit.
And it's like, basically, if you believe in it, it may that's how things be happening. Like, you believe in it, it be coming true on a high,
that's
low
how
key.
You manifest. If you don't believe something, you're asking for some shit that you truly don't believe you deserve, you're never gonna get it.
Period.
You have to know. You have to know. And it's crazy. Growing up, people would tell me that I was conceited and cocky and all this other weird shit. And I'm just looking at them like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I know something? Like, you're putting a negative connotation on something that I know? That's crazy.
It's different. I get what you're saying. Can you play Floetry? All you got to do is say yes.
Oh, all you got to do is say yes and receive.
Okay.
Facts.
And on that note, we're going to come back with my girl. We're going to talk a little bit more about this. We got a few more minutes, y'all. Stick with us.
Stick with us. Stick beside us. Like you.
Y'all, we got a few more minutes with my girl, Miss B.
Hey.
I want to ask you something.
Yes, ma'am.
In your journey of meditation and things that you've experienced since meditation, what is your pros and cons about meditation? Do you have any pros and cons? Because it could be a con in everything.
There was a con in the beginning where I felt like it was like, what am I looking for out of this? Like, what am I supposed to be looking for? You ever seen the movie The Last Dragon? Yes. And he went on that wild fucking goose chase trying to find whatever they told him to find, only to find that the light was within him.
That was irritating.
That was dope as fuck. I loved it so much, and that's what meditation was for me. In the beginning, it was so frustrating. I was like, what am I trying to do here? What do I achieve? What is the fucking point of this? And in the midst of, I was going through another little tumultuous situation, but this time it was with family and learning about energy. And in the midst of that, it was a very dark time, a very dark space, and a lot of shit going on. And in the midst of that is when I actually found the light. I meditated and I was able to get to the light and see the light. And it was the best feeling ever. It was like God just pouring love into me. And so that's what you want to achieve in meditation. You want to achieve the feeling of God's love. It's a transference of energy, because when you're meditating and you become so overwhelmed and filled with joy and love and peace and happiness that you just cry. You ever been so fucking happy that you just started crying and you're like, oh my God, I'm crying. Like, this is so dope. Like, I'm so happy.
That's amazing.
When you reach that feeling, man, it's the best feeling in the world.
It's nothing like that feeling.
It's nothing like
and you
that
know,
feeling.
you guys, she got a business. You got to say your business name and where to find it at. She brought me some sage.
So I have an online store. I sell metaphysical tools. It's small now, but it will definitely grow. It's new_age namaste, NAMASTE, and you can find the site www.newagenamaste.com. You can book services. I do tarot. I do meditation sessions. I do beginners yoga sessions. So you can book services, or you could buy products from my site. I have sage, I have crystals, I have candles, I have protection items, bracelets, necklaces, stuff like that. So,
so what is something that you could talk to these people about besides meditation, energy? Can you give anything that people can learn within themselves if they want to reach the goal of meditation and energy? Like, what is something that, if they're reaching for a higher being and they don't know what it is, like me, I'm reaching for something, I don't know what it is. I'm trying to get out of
it's the fear. You have to release the fear. You have to surrender. You have to completely and fully fucking surrender. Not
surrender what though?
Surrender all of your fear, all of your worry. Don't be a worrier, be a warrior. Like in everything that you do. Like, you know how you have the fear of being on the freeway, right? I want you to get on the freeway and just fucking smash one day. Like, go rent you a car off Turo. Go get, like, you know, some really sporty shit and just get on the freeway and just smash and just down the coast of Malibu. Because that is something that you are afraid of. We have to release fear. That is how we got in the condition, the human condition that we are in right now, is because of fucking fear. Because everybody is living in fear. You have to surrender completely to where it's like, you know what? I'm not afraid. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. What are you afraid of?
Well, I can't get on roller coasters. I can give you the freeway, but I can't get on a roller coaster.
Challenge yourself. Go get on one fucking roller coaster. You don't have to get on the whole park. Go get on one roller coaster and see how you feel after. Free yourself. I hate roller coasters, but I have teenage daughters, and when they tell me to get on, I just get on. I hop on. Like a G too. They be looking like, you were so scared.
I'm not a G in that situation.
You have to you have to do something. Start conquering your fears on some bucket list shit.
Yeah.
Start doing things that you know that you are afraid of. Start. That's
know
what I
what?
will tell you to do.
Okay, what is my challenge? What is the challenge you're gonna give me? Because you sound like you're giving me one.
I need you to go to Magic Mountain and get on the scariest ride they have.
Oh, girl, I don't know about that.
And then after, you don't have to get on no more. You don't have to get on no more.
I can't.
Get on Goliath.
Goliath, that drop? Oh, no.
Yeah. Please. And I
can't get on that drop.
I want to see a video and everything. Like,
I ziplined before. That's all I can I give you that?
No, that ain't enough.
Okay, damn.
No, you got to go hard. It's got to be something that you are truly afraid of. What are you really afraid of?
Gotta get that giraffe.
Yeah. Go on and do it.
Before we go, because it's time to go. Before we go, can you give us something? Is there anything you did not discuss in this session right in here that you would like to talk about? Give us like a minute or two of that, because we finna leave.
I want you guys to tap in with my book, Breathe Bitch Breathe. I will be dropping that on December 19th of 2021.
Check it out.
It's going to be a real big thing. Tap in with me for meditations. I want you guys to start meditating more. If we all collectively are meditating for the same thing, we could change the human state. And that's a fucking scientific fact. If we all collectively think the same thing, that we want to heal the world, we could heal the world. Man,
and what is why in meditation? What is so important about meditation, and why should people meditate?
It controls your ego. It keep your ego in check. That's why. And motherfuckers need to keep the ego in line. You block your blessings because you're living in your ego, because you think you know more, you think you're doing better, and you think that's ego. That's egotistical shit. The purpose of meditation is to release the ego and to surrender to your true high self, your true high loving self.
Okay, on that note, please say your name, say your Instagram, Miss B.
It's Brandy Speed, only one real B on IG.
All right, y'all, and that was episode 87. You know, I said last week it was 87, but this week is really 87. All right, y'all, make sure y'all tune in, because every week I'll be discussing my 100 episode live that'll be coming up and how you could get in with the N. And then I got another thing to talk to you guys about on the last episode of this month, which is next week. I gotta talk to y'all. Y'all gonna be sad, but I gotta announce it. All right, y'all. Bye.
It's time to go.